Yeah, here we are, a bit late, but I'm still here. How you doing, people? Welcome, greetings, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, blessings, all the rest of it. Easter Sunday, hope you've had a great Easter. It's M0YKS in the shack. Yep, it's the late night DXer. I'm not sure about DXing tonight, I'm just making a quick appearance, and actually I'm going to try work a satellite. So I've been busy playing around. Good evening to you. How you doing, John? M0YKS. Yeah, I've been playing around obviously with the satellite array, and been very, very busy indeed. Messing around with the antenna. Good evening to Barry. I've got 80 meters on. I'm just about to holding out a little minute. I want to work RS44. It's just coming up in about 10 minutes time, and I've got the 80 meter radio on. It seems quite lively. Background, just have some DX coffee, of course. So hopefully you're all okay. Hello Barry and John. Happy Easter. And happy Easter to everybody out there. It's 0YKS in the shack. M7BAZ. Hello Barry. I don't think I've seen your call sign before. Nice call sign. Barry Wright. Nice to see you in there on the live stream. Good evening. Oh, good stuff about hearing me on SO50. Yeah, earlier on today, John, that was on the small 5-element Yagi, one for the 433 Yagi. I'll try and vertically polarized, but wasn't that great. They were okay. The problem I was getting was couldn't hear it too well. So yeah, I think it was such a great pass, that one anyway. But it inspired me to get the old elbow grit out, and I've since spent a few hours cleaning up the X-beam, and I actually mounted it differently, so it's now in a proper configuration. I think I had it set up wrong before, to be honest. It was kind of on its side, so it was not really putting a true pattern out. For quite a few years it's been like that. Well, about 10 years the antenna were on the wrong mount, sideways rather than the correct position, but there you go. That's why they call us amateurs. But yeah, better get a sip of this DX coffee. I've also got some delicious chocolate cake, which I should have eaten really before I switched on. I might have to just sneak a little mouthful once we get some action going on. Right now I'm just sitting waiting for the satellite to come over. Let's have a look. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to play. So I'll across a little bit. It's been quite a while since I've been able to do all this kind of stuff. Because obviously I had a problem, which turned out to be just a loose plug. A little bit of tidying up. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just waiting for the pass coming up for RS44. Evening to you, Steve. Well, how are you doing, mate? What's that? What's on the bands? I'm not too sure. I've not been taking too much notice, to be honest. I've been busy. Not really been active on HF too much this weekend. I know there was a contest on, so I think it was a Polish contest. I'm not too sure, but I wasn't active. I've been outside, doing a bit of mountain bike riding actually with the kids, and then obviously working on the antenna system. Yesterday and today, I think probably the middle of the week, that's when I took it down. So, you know, on with it all week really, on and off, and the rotator. But, yeah, good stuff. So good evening to you, Alan. How you doing, mate, over there in Barn Ellswick? Hope all is well. I was over not too far from your QTH on Wednesday, possibly Tuesday or Wednesday. I went to Corn, which I know is very near to your place, and I visited the park. What's it called now? Grove Ball Park. And yeah, nice little place. Plenty of wildlife to see. Saw quite a few frogs and toads and decent, and some herons and stuff. Yeah, nice to see you in there anyway. And good to see everybody nipping on the live stream. Well, I'm not too sure how long I'm stopping on. Just a quick hello, chat, say hi, and hopefully work this satellite RS44. So obviously not guaranteeing to work it. In the past I've always struggled this particular satellite. It was really tricky before, but since I've changed the polarization of the 145B, it seems to be a lot easier. So now I've cleaned up the 437 Oscar satellite antenna, got the elements shining, but they had the drill out with the white wheel. It even makes a tune when you run a bit of emery paper down it. It's a little a ring sound. So hopefully that'll help the signal on the reception and the transmission. So we'll find out shortly. Got 6 minutes to go, and that's the situation. So yeah, right now I've got the HF radio on in the background. I'll plug it in properly. I've not got it into the audio card, so that's just coming through the microphone in the studio, as it were. So one or two signals coming in, I will actually listen to a bit of a falling out session. That's why I was late. There was someone that I know getting a little bit of earache off somebody. I was just earwigging on that one. That was quite amusing and sort of unnecessary, but at the same time, I'm a Yorkshireman, so I had a quick listen, a bit nosy. That's what we like to do up here, keep an eye on stuff. So, good evening to, or good afternoon, over there, over the Atlantic to Calgary. Albert Hurst, how you doing there, my friend? It's been a while since I've showed my face on the live stream. Been busy here and there. Had the vaccine as well, that wasn't too pleasant. It knocked me for 6 for a few days. Didn't feel like fusing too much. I was okay at first, and then felt like I'd had a motorcycle crash. But yeah, I'm okay now anyway. That's the main couple of weeks on. So yeah, I'm just waiting for this satellite to appear now, and hopefully it won't be too long. We've got 5 minutes left on the clock, and then I'll probably play a little bit of HF for half an hour, and hopefully sneak a piece of this chocolate cake that I've got stashed to the side of me. Hope you all had a nice day and managed to get some snacks and not a little bit of chocolate down your neck if you like it. Obviously I've got an egg or two here. Girls, they did pretty well. Anyway, enough of me rattling on. Let's have a quick look and get the radio on. So I'm on with the FT847. So I haven't been used much over much lately. Actually, I've been giving it a bit of a break because I've not had the antenna system working properly. The rotator had stopped working, which it were a loose plug, waggle loose, must have been the wind, and I'd snapped the element off the back of the beam. So I thought, it's time to give this radio a rest. So I got it back on, and we'll see what this satellite's coming through like in a couple. So what happened on the bike? So I'm not too sure what you mean about that, mate. Been out on the motorcycle. That's what you mean. I went for put my GSXR out on probably Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday, and took it for an MOT actually. Which for any of our friends overseas, MOT is a test we have to do here in the UK for all road vehicles. A little test for the government to charge you some tax to say that your vehicle's in good roadworthy state. We call it an MOT, a Mike Oscar Tango. So the bike went down for one, and police say it was straight through. So no, I'm not surprised. It only had a few miles on it from last time due to the current situation. So we're almost ready to receive some noise from the satellite. I'll put the volume up, and we'll be able to see what's coming through. So just start a range at the minute. It's just about 4 degrees below the horizon at the moment. I'm climbing. Just going to move stuff around on the computer a little bit. The computer seems to be behaving itself reasonably well tonight, even though I've got quite a few programs open. Yeah, so let's see what's going down. Let's bring the volume up so you can hear it. Hopefully the volume's loud enough at that. Hi there, Green Biker, how's Ireland? I've just been listening to some guys from Ireland, booming through on 80, very strong signals. No, I didn't have an accident, mate. Looking at Steve's comment. No, I said I felt like I'd had an accident after I took the COVID vaccine. That's what I said, mate. The vaccine was that powerful, equivalent to having a motorcycle accident for me. All my legs were aching. Every accident that I've ever had in my life suddenly flared up, and I could hardly walk for a couple of days. No, that's what I meant by that, with the vaccine. Thankfully, that's what it was. No, the bike's going sweet. I had the bike out on Tuesday, running nicely. Well, actually, I had to give it a bit of a throttling up. It was running a bit lumpy. It being a super sports bike, it's a GSXR 1000. Don't like being parked up, so needed a bit of a blip over the moors. Anyway, here we go. Let's have a quick look and see where we are. The satellite. So that's one software, if you remember, the free version. It's showing you that it's just coming up above the horizon. If you look at that circle, you can see that the satellite is just hitting above the horizon, 2 degrees. So you might start hearing something. Don't forget, I've got it down at ground level almost. It's about 10 feet above ground. Normally it's up at 30, so it won't receive as good as usual. But we'll find out either way. So this is what I generally use. Turn the volume down on the radio. Turn it up on this a bit so I can hear it. And see if you can hear all. So it's a reasonable footprint on RS44. One of the bigger footprints, so we won't manage to get a contact across the pond on this footprint, obviously, but we will get at the minute all Africa in range, and a lot of Europe. Not all Africa, but a big chunk of it. So good evening to our friends in Africa. I wonder how you're doing, Steve Moore. At S1CPT, I haven't managed to work it yet. Well, hello to Texas, Kilo Fox 5 Papa Victor. Nice to see you in there. Just yeah, I've had the complete overhaul of the antenna system, so kind of been a bit excited about the satellites this weekend. I'm trying not to get too loud, so I'm getting a bit closer to the microphone because I get a bit excited, and then before you know it, the whale's coming down the stairs. And you know what the story is, it's this one. It's that one there. Yeah. Let's not bother with that tonight, if I can help it. So we've got the FT847 listening, satellite approaching. Will we hear anything on this antenna system? It's been cleaned and polished by yours truly to a high standard. So I'll probably start receiving a signal anytime now, I would have thought. Maybe up a little bit. Oh, we're right in first place. I find it quite exciting, this, to be honest. We need to get out more though. Could be that it's quite active, so I'll try a give a call. Nothing as yet. There we go. Got to have a good set of ears on you for this satellite business. Nothing yet. So what the range is 2,821 miles at the minute. They actually receive it 3,500 miles on the last pass, getting a lot of signals, so might be when it gets a bit higher up we get better reception. Probably got the house in the way at the minute, where I've got it in the garden. Yeah, faint voices in there though. But yeah, just starting to pick up a bit of reception now at 2,562 miles on the 70 cents. Time for a quick off, I think. So yeah, this particular satellite, with it being so high up, it's 1,462 miles above the Earth and 2,500 miles away from me. So it's got such a height that it's a lot slower paths than some of the other satellites, so you've got a longer period of time to work this one. Yeah, I've been working hard there, Chuck. Good evening, mate. G4 SEP. I've been busy away, just finished it off earlier and just I'm excited now, so I'm going to play, see what's going on. But quiet though. It was a risky run when you go live. So I'm not hearing much yet. I did hear something a minute ago, I'm just going to turn me over. Yeah, got a voice in there. Coming in weak at the minute, but nevertheless coming in. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Did hear my call there? Weak. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar.
India Zulu 8 Echo Delta Juliet Italy Zulu 8 Echo Delta Juliet CQ satellite.
Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. So yeah, I'm getting in there quite strong. Good stuff. Let's try and get this guy. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Italy Oscar 93. Italy Zulu station, I'll copy Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Oh yeah, booming in. QRZ satellite, Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, M0YKS, Italy Oscar 93, listening. So that's what a bit of cleaning up does. It ain't even as high as what it usually is. CQ sat, Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, CQ sat. Doppler going on. CQ, Mexico 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra, listening through RS44, standing by.
Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra, this is Echo Alpha 2, Bravo, Juliet, Mike. Echo Alpha number 2, Bravo, Juliet, Mike, calling you, over.
Echo Alpha 2, Bravo, Juliet, Mike, very nice copy. 5x9, Italy, Oscar, 9-3, Charlie, uniform. Happy Easter and nice to work you by at the saddle, over.
Okay, Roger, very good copy. My location is India, November 91, November correct. India, November 91, November correct. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, Echo Alpha 2, Bravo Juliet, Mike, over.
Yeah, QSL, very nice copy indeed. Beautiful audio and great quiet part of the satellite. Thanks for the it's located square, you're 5-9, Italy, Oscar, 9-3, Charlie, uniform, over.
Okay, copy that. Very good audio also.
Nice one.
Very good signal, very good audio. Thank you very much for the contact. Looking at my book is our first PSO. So welcome to my book. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra, Echo Alpha 2, Bravo Juliet Mike. Have a nice day, 7-3.
Echo Alpha 2, Bravo, Juliet, Mike. Beautiful, great stuff, and very good copy indeed. Have a great Sunday evening, happy Easter, enjoy the bank holiday, and all the best. Stay safe and healthy from M0YKS. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, same wishes for you,
7-3,
7-3.
QRZ Satellite, Mexico 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra, Italy, Oscar, 9-3, listening.
Hotel Bravo 9 Whiskey, Delta, Florida.
Hotel Bravo 9, Whiskey Delta, Florida, 5x9, Italy, Oscar, 9-3, Charlie, uniform, over.
Roger, thank you very much. You're 5-9 also in Juliet November 4-7 Alpha Echo, QSL?
Yeah, QSL, beautiful copy. Thanks very much indeed. Happy Easter. Catch you on another pass. Bye-bye.
Roger, happy Easter to you, 73, bye-bye.
QRZ Satellite. Again, please. QRZ again, please. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra.
Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, India Kilo 7, X-Ray Whiskey Juliet, Roger.
India Kilo 7, Delta Whiskey Juliet, I think. 5x9, Italy Oscar, 9-3, Charlie, uniform, over.
Roger, 5-9, Juliet November 90, Foxtrot Bravo, Roger.
Yeah, QSL, thank you very much indeed for the QSO. 73, happy Easter. Bye-bye. Echo Alpha 3, you're 5x5, Italy Oscar, 9-3, Charlie, uniform, M0YKS. QRZ, please. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Echo Alpha 3, Alpha Nancy Bravo, Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar, you're 5x9, Italy Oscar, 9-3, Charlie, uniform. QRZ, Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, CQSAT. Well, I'm quite happy with that. And I got into trouble for shouting, that's the excitement. But I think it was a good reason to get excited. So yeah, I'll calm down a bit now though. So I've still got a bit of range there, just see if you can hear anybody. So that's 2,000 miles distance. Have a quick listen now.
CQ satellite, Echo Alpha 2, Alpha Zulu Whiskey, EA2A ZW, EA2A ZW, QRZ.
Like the Roger K.
CQ satellite, Echo Alpha 2, Alpha Zulu Whiskey, EA2A ZW, EA2A ZW, QRZ.
Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra, Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar. A little bit of fade there. But yeah, I just thought I'd try my luck. Getting greedy though, aren't I? Let's have a quick listen around, see if anybody else is in there. This needs to be, oops, what am I looking for? There we go.
Buenas noches, Ivonne. 5-9, Italiano November, 8-2, Papa, Roger. Roger, 5-9, Italiano Italia 9-3, Canadá, Italia, Roger. Ok, perfecto, bajito pero limpio y claro. Muy bien, Ivonne, 73, buen
But yeah,
pase,
I'd say
chao.
that X-beam's working amazing now. Reception's awesome.
Hasta luego, buenas noches.
And that's 20 foot lower on the ground with a house in the way. How you doing there, Kevin? Hi there, David. Thanks for the comment. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the job on it. And yeah, all received Scott Baytown. So yeah, still got signals coming in, and we're at 2,600 miles. Hello to Cumbria, how are you doing, Kev? Nice pictures of you and the daughter. Hope the photography's going well with the aircraft stuff. So yeah, pleased with that one. RS-44 satellite pass. Still getting a decent signal off that chap there. And yeah, that's where we are, the position. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar, over. Well, I'm getting in there, but it's not hearing me. Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. That's 3,000 miles. Ah. QSL, many thanks. You're 5x5, 55, Italy Oscar 93, Charlie Uniform. Italy Oscar 93, Charlie Uniform. Thanks for the QSL, 73. Bye-bye. Happy Easter, bye-bye. Now that is awesome. That's 3,170 miles on 70 cents. I'm well pleased with that, guys. I think on that one, there's only one real thing to do, and you know what it's going to be, don't you? It has to be. Sorry, but after doing all that work last few days, getting the YL to come along and help me. Yeah, it's chocolate cake time. Celebration. I've even got the tin. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that one. So I'm getting on with the chocolate cake. And AL91, yeah, it won't be on. It's off air, I'm afraid. The FM birds, there are very few that are working. But anyway, this is to RS-44. Homemade chocolate cake. Awesome. That'll do for me, guys and girls. So yeah, pleased with that one. So that's a success on the antenna repair. So yeah, I haven't updated the antenna picture, obviously. still got the old picture there. So now we've got the, if you look at the X beam on the right, you can see how I've got the radials. You can see how I've got the radials horizontal, vertical. So it's actually in like a plus shape, if you want, or a positive. So that's how it's been for the last 10 years. And having it that way, don't know what I was thinking at the time. Obviously, I was rushing the job. That had a bit of the boom itself could actually interact with the elements on the horizontal side. So I think that's probably what was going on, and it will probably desensitizing the antenna. So it won't have been performing properly, resonating correctly. So it's been working all these years quite well, but not fully to its full capacity. So the reception was nowhere near as good as that previously. So what I've done, I've cranked it over now, so it was like that, and now it's like that. And actually the pattern of the antenna has spread, so it's actually a wider polarized pattern there on that particular setup. So that's what I did. And then the Yagi, that's now been horizontally mounted like that. It's just made a massive difference. So the only thing is they're both on the ground, about 10 feet above the ground. So there you go. So that's what we've been up to. So right now I'm going to have a quick 5 minutes on the HF band. See what 80 meters is doing. So I was quite pleased with our results on satellites, that particular one. And we'll just see if anybody's about a quick QSR and a piece of chocolate cake. So hopefully we get set up and listen to a little bit of HF in a second. So maybe one or two of you might be actually on the band. So switch that off now. So quite satisfied with the performance of the FT847 tonight. And the power output's about 20 watts. There we go.
That was the best thing with calling down.
Get the kettle on. Hey, yeah, I could do with getting the kettle on, couldn't I?
You know, like the Turkish stations and all that.
So hopefully the audio's sounding loud enough on the radio.
I do that with the Irish guy there. You know, Delta Lima 3, Juliet Hotel calling.
Got noise there.
Delta Lima 3, Juliet Hotel. Delta Lima 3, Japan Hotel calling. CQ calling, Juliet, CQ. Delta Lima 3, Juliet.
Switch off my beams and stuff. So yeah, thanks for following the satellite video progress maintenance. I hope we enjoyed the little series of events. I'll always be making some more satellite stuff as I play throughout the week. I've got a whole week off, Easter holidays. Well, I've only been back at work a week. We had a fortnight off, can't be bad.
Fiquem em mar 00. Não sei se isso já aconteceu,
So yeah, you see what the bands are like.
Vamos para lá. 762, lá vou eu. Il était sur 72, je crois, de mémoire, je sais pas qui c'était, il est plus propre que ça. Voilà, mais il y en a toujours qui battent beaucoup plus, oui. Après, oui, c'est sûr, quand t'as un récepteur un peu large, sans compter, oui, je comprends pas, les gens, si on est à 3 kg de bande passante, ça sert à rien d'écouter.
Got some big signals, but coming from Europe, obviously.
Słyszał, no zapamiętam, na pewno zapamiętam.
Right, I'll try this particular frequency. A few shout outs if anybody's about. Then we'll get a bit of chocolate cake. Is this frequency in use, please? M0YKS asking, is the frequency in use? Is this frequency occupied? Is this frequency in use? Oops. 12. 11. Comes to me. Hello. Is this frequency in use? Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency occupied? M0YKS. So I'm not getting too much RF, I'm not too sure. No, I can hear a bit from my own PC speaker. CQ 80 meters, hello 80. CQ 80 meters from Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sugar. M0YKS, CQ on 80 meters. Hello, CQ, hello, CQ, hello, CQ, CQ calling. This is Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. M0YKS, Yorkshire, Northern England. CQ 80 meters and listening for a call.
Good evening, Foxtrot 5, Victor Hotel Zulu. The name is Colin and QTH Northwestern France. Go ahead.
Foxtrot 5, Victor Hotel Zulu. Very nice call sign. Not sure if I've worked before, but certainly like the call sign. Nice to meet you, Colin, from Northwest France. Very good copy as well. Give you a report on the next one. I was just writing down the call. Didn't look at the S meter, but I know that you're way over the S9. Sound like you're sat in the shack. So beautiful sounding station. My name's Simon. Sierra India Mike Oscar November. And I'm north of Bradford. I'm a few miles just out of Bradford, on the edge of a place called Baildon Moor, just on the side of the hill. And a little bit cold and windy, but other than that, a very pleasant evening. So back to you, Colin. Fox 5, BHZ, M0YKS.
Yeah, okay, Simon. Good copy on you. You're about 20 over 9. I'm running 100 watts this side, Simon, from a 706 Mark 2G into one of my 3 Wyndham antennas. And this one's got a LC trap on it for 80 meter band, but they're all tuned so I can work 7 bands on each one. And obviously I change different directions on 80, doesn't make any difference whatsoever, but on the other bands, so I'm doing something on the computer at the same time here, and I'm having, where do I want
Sounds like me.
All the old session, it won't do it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so I've just got an antenna switch, and I can switch between any one of the 3 antennas, separated 120 degrees, so it's a very good format for working DX on 10, 15, 20, 40.
I've worked him before. Heard him though.
Should I say. Just been doing a bit of engineering, Simon. Making a bearing carrier out of bronze. And setting that up for somebody who's going to, if he can get to me, because with the new lockdown we're limited to 10 kilometres, but I've got to go to a local town for physiotherapy Tuesday, so I think he's less than 10 kilometres away from there. We'll have to do the switch on Tuesday. Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sugar, Fox 5, Victor Hotel Zulu.
Yeah, QSL calling. Well, you're 5x9 plus 10. I'll just get the report out of the way. 10 dB over and sounding like you're sat in the shack. Beautiful sounding station, and the audio is absolutely superb. And great antenna system. Sounds like you got it working really, really well indeed. Very nice indeed. But yeah, I'm running a homemade antenna. I've got a 40 80 fan dipole. I don't really need the 40 side of it. I use a vertical, but got it on anyway just in case there's any inter G. The 80 version works really well on the DX side. And I've got a little bit of power on. I'm running about 250 watts. Can run full 400. But I've not been on HF long, so I'm just letting the amplifier warm up. Got the first contact. It's been on the satellite band actually, working on RS-44. And made quite a few contacts on there, which was fun. So that was okay. That was just a few minutes ago. But yeah, I'm into engineering. I teach welding and fabrication at a local college, so I like engineering talk. And I've been spending the last 3 or 4 days doing quite a bit of engineering of my own. I have the satellite array down, which comprises of a couple of antennas, and one of them's an XP1 Yagi. So I've been getting rid of all the corrosion and sorting them out and messing around and just fixing a rotator that had seized a little bit and so forth. Well, I thought it had. Turned out to be a loose connection. But yeah, good stuff. This side it's an FT1000 Mark V field, and like I say, the fan dipole with about 250 watts, and the GM5 studio mic. So back to you, Colin. And by the way, I'm doing a bit of live streaming on YouTube as well. So if you want to see your signal, you're going out live and direct on the actual YouTube channel, which is available via my QRZ profile. Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu, Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar. Sorry about the long waffle.
No, that's okay, Simon. I tend to do long overs as well, so join the club. You'll never beat my record though, that's for sure. Now I'm having a little bit of PC trouble here. And it's refusing to see
Evening John 101.
or talk to it, so I'm just going to reboot the computer and see if I can get it to work. Yes, it would be nice to see online. I would have enjoyed looking at that, so that's a bit of a shame. I keep clicking the wrong thing. I've just recently changed over PCs. I had one die on me. So
the polishing hands out. Work to treat, mate.
Which is out in the workshop in the garage. And so I bought a second-hand computer with Windows 10 on it, but if I leave it for a couple of hours while I'm doing something else and come back to it, it seems to have locked up. And it's a SATA drive that's in there, 160 gig, and I think it's something to do with the SATA drive, so I've got some spare ones, but not with Windows 10 loaded on it, so I'm going to have to try and see if I can
yeah, it's looking pretty good now, John.
To another, and then use the second one as the boot disk.
Have the drill on it with the wire wheel.
Well, engineering. So at the moment I can't look on QRZ.com, but if you look on there on my page, you'll see I built a replica half-size Land Rover, military Land Rover, and there was quite a bit of machining and engineering involved in that. I've got one of these small Chinese lathes that works very well, but I bought it second hand. It was in good condition, but the first thing I did was take it apart and change the bearings, or tapered bearings, in the actual main chuck shaft. So I had better stability and strength, and no rumble or vibration that could show itself on the part that I've been working. And I've just been doing an idler gear support bearings in the idler gear support housing of a wood lathe.
Nice one.
It's just
like
a big sprocket basically that ran on a bronze bearing on a very big bolt, but unfortunately through lack of lubrication it had ground itself halfway through the bearing. Oh, what am I doing on this PC? Come on. QRZ.com. Please come up. I can't see the internet. I've had problems with the internet, and that's I've been cutting down trees so they can put the
cool, isn't it?
cable through, but
Quite a little one.
a neighbour's trees are in the way. I'm waffling again. But anyway, yeah, do a lot of engineering.
Yeah,
so I
we
did
do
a
in
lot
the
on the Jeep, which is now in a private museum
There
in
is.
the south of France. And I started on a Sherman tank in steel, so it's all going to be welded. So
Nice.
I'm going to buy a plasma
Liking that.
cutting
Like the
tool.
registration.
I've got a
Box
stick welders
5
here. I've got a very
BHZ.
good one. It's an old one, but it does everything I want beautifully. I was looking at getting a combined unit, but I don't want to put more than about 300 quid into it. And if I get a MIG-TIG MMA and cutting torch welder, I don't think I'll get one for 300 quid with all the accessories. I've still got to go out and buy a gas bottle, so I've only practiced TIG 2 days ago in my son's garage because he bought a TIG welder and didn't know how to use it. And I'd watched plenty of videos, so I managed to weld better than he did. But that was my first go with TIG welders, so be very interested for any advice on that to Simon. M0YKS, Fox 5 Victor Hotel 9, and Victor Hotel Zulu, and you were 40 dBs over 9, more than that even. Yeah, about 40 dBs over 9, Simon, go ahead.
Yeah, QSL Colin, I'm just scribing through your page, and it's also on the live stream, so all the people on the site can see it as well. And just enjoying looking at the pictures, and especially the copper work, the soldering and stuff, and well, everything. But yeah, obviously the Land Rovers, fantastic. Yeah, I'm kind of lost for words. Awesome. Loving the obviously the miniature one. That's cool. All the radio equipment and the antennas, and I like military stuff in general. I used to be in the Air Cadets when I was a teenager, and I used to have a little Jeep that I painted that same khaki colour. It was just an SJ 410. But yeah, very nice. Excellent engineering skills you've got there. Congratulations, and very nice job of reproducing that to a smaller scale. Looks awesome. Really like it. I can see that it's obviously drives about well and everything. And obviously the real size one, but they're fantastic as well. Oh yeah, motorcycles as well. I missed that one. I didn't pop up at first. So yeah, I've got a few motorcycles, so I like motorcycles as well. Got a lot in common there, Colin. Yeah, and obviously done the TIG welding, and yeah, no problem on that one. TIG welding's good fun. Quite easy really once you get into it. It's like gas welding, pretty much. But yeah, basically all I suggest is that you follow the pole, push the pole with the TIG torch into the filler wire. Keep the filler wire at the front edge of the pole, the gas shield, push the pole towards the filler wire, and melt the filler wire off into the front edge of the pole as you're pushing across at a slow and steady regular speed. Where possible, use the ceramic cup on the torch to rest and wiggle about the torch and stuff, if that makes a bit of sense. And don't have too much gas on. Very low argon gas, about 8 litres per minute. Get a flow meter on it. Very fine flow. People tend to put too much gas on, and they've got to turn the amps up to combat the cooling effect from the argon. So you to keep the gas flow minimum, and you're right, it was rain with a bit of practice and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed looking at your page. Fantastic there. And I've got a few old Kawasaki's, and got a fairly modern 20-year-old Suzuki GSX-R 1000 and a Yamaha XT 100, which is about 25-year-old as well. So yeah, I like old bikes. A couple of KZs, Kawasaki's there, and obviously I like engineering. So yeah, that's a fantastic project. Just having another look at it now. The Land Rover, brilliant, superb. Everything on the page is very nice, so congratulations. Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu, awesome signal from M0YKS.
Yeah, okay, and we had a brake station as well. Go ahead, the breaker.
Right then, you guys, put radio back on. You guys on the chat.
I don't know if you can hear him, Simon.
Read it, so
I could barely hear
hear him there. There's somebody, but very, very weak. Over.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you. I'll take a listen. This is M0YKS with Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu listening.
I got the Charlie November. That's all I managed.
Hi, Steve.
So, whoever it is, I managed to get
G0
Charlie
LQP.
November, but
Good evening, mate.
I
Happy
can't.
Easter.
His signals are too weak at the moment, but well, the skip distance will shorten. So if you're south of Bradford, you've got a good chance of getting a stronger signal soon, and maybe Bradford will hear you as well. Yeah, well, yeah, walking the cup, isn't it? I think that's what they call it when you sort of wiggle the welder. And the one he's got is a touch and lift, which
scratch start.
Okay, I don't think that's any worse than
lift TIG. That's why you don't have a high frequency unit.
Welding on the bench, if you're doing
you'll see me make it jump to my finger.
Two plates,
That's
one
HF.
against the other. You can lay another piece of metal across the far end and do your touch start on that, and then pull down onto the job you're actually welding and carry the weld on down, so you don't get any difference in the pattern or the heat pattern that surrounds it. But yeah, I'm very interested in doing the TIG welding, but I won't say I don't do delicate stuff, because I do. One of my hobbies is shooting, and that's mostly with air rifles, and I've re-engineered two Webley air rifles that I bought. I don't know if you've ever seen them. There's a pump air rifle called the Sharp Innova, which was made in Japan, not China, made in Japan, and was an excellent gun. And I had one of those, and I put so many thousands of rounds, probably 10,000 rounds through it.
Yeah, I thought I'd put reply there, Steve. Good question.
I had to redo the bushes on the pump arm because they got sloppy and all the rest.
I'll tell you in a minute anyway.
And then Webley brought out the Rebel, which is a replica, which is made in Indonesia. But unfortunately, they redesigned some bits on it and cut some corners. So basically, I re-engineered both rifles back to Sharp Innova spec, and then took it another stage further and corrected all the little things that Sharp could have done a bit better with their initial design, which now means I've got two Webley Rebel rifles with big powerful scopes on them, and I think my best bit of fun with an ammo that I was testing, I found one box of ammo that was better than the others, but the profile and weight was slightly different, and I took out two pigeons at 75 metres with a headshot from behind, so the pigeon's looking away, and I got it on the back of the head, because I do a bit of pest control here for the farmers, but to hit a pigeon at 75 metres away across an open field, I was very pleased with that. Don't do it all the time, but
yeah, it sounds quite powerful. Yeah, greetings to Oregon.
That engineering I got because of that. I wanted to make
Happy Easter. Hope your family's had a nice day.
Silencers for the rifles, which I've manufactured in series and sold some in the UK. They're made of aluminium. They've got 18 decibels of attenuation, and they only weigh 80 grams, and they're anodized.
Yeah, but pigeons do like this guy.
An anodizing station,
Pigeon pie, every night.
The silencers.
And there's no cats.
I'll have to put a picture of those up on my webpage, because it's something
Probably
I'm
2.2 caliper.
A lot of people don't like hunting and stuff like that. Mostly I do, 90% of the stuff I do, 95% is target shooting, and
I was feeling guilty
5%
now.
is pest controls for local farmers, and that helps keep down diseases and things.
Robin.
So
Sparrow.
you know, that's good for the food chain. But yeah, I love engineering. I absolutely love it.
I've got the Black Widow
I managed to get your
catapult.
site up. I got the.
That's awesome. I've got a
I
2-2
think
rifle.
I've got a dodgy socket on the back of this PC, but
Needs a new,
I've wiggled the
rubber
plug
seal.
and it's come back on. So, but I can't see where I am on there. At the moment, I've got
Hey, this guy's got can-do vloggers.
M0YKS page, if I'm on the right one. And I saw the bikes on the other page.
All received on your parents.
But I
Have
don't know
a
what I'm
safe
supposed to
journey
be
there,
looking
Pat.
at on here.
Hope you had a nice
So hand it back to you.
Easter weekend.
M0YKS Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu.
Yeah, QSR, just thought I'd have a little break just in case anyone was trying to get in there. Yeah, no problem, Colin. Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu. Fantastic conditions tonight. The signal holding up superb. A perfect copy. Just how you want it. Solid S9 plus 10 all the way. And very interesting with everything you said. Lots of stuff there. I've got an air rifle, an old Virak, and had a few. I had a Walther PP9, I think it was. CO2 pistol. That's quite good. And I've also got a Black Widow catapult, which is what I used to get rid of the pigeons. Hi. So yeah, a few people having a bit of fun with the chat on the live stream, and saying bet the pigeons love you. Hi. And yeah, we're just having a bit of fun there. I have a few cats which I like to just not particular hit, but send a flying dog biscuit in their direction if they're getting a little bit too interested in some of the patches that they like to leave their business in there, which is quite unfortunate. Obviously, well, you don't know, but I've got 2 greyhounds, lurchers, so I can let the hounds out, and that's my deterrent. Works a treat. But yeah, I like the air rifles. At the moment, the one I've got needs a new rubber piston putting in. It's a little bit perish, so it's not particularly powerful. But when it's in there, it's an old spring-loaded one. It's quite good. What it used to be. 2.2 caliber. So the pistol were 177, but that was just a little toy really for paper targets. But when I was in the Air Cadets, I did get to shoot an SLR 303, Sten Bren, quite a few other rifles, so I enjoyed myself with that. I got the RAF Marksman at the same time, but that was many moons ago. Since I'm 54 now, and that when I was 16, so yeah, quite a long time ago. Good memories, and once you've played around with stuff like that, you always enjoy it. But yeah, I think I was going to say something else, but I've forgotten now. Never mind, it might come to me on the next one. But very nice indeed, and really enjoyed looking at all the stuff. And don't worry about catching up on the video. You can check out the video a little bit later because it'll save itself, and then tomorrow, when your computer's working, you'll be able to just re-watch it. It's there permanently. Once I do a live stream, it goes out live on the net, and then within a few hours it's processed and it's there to watch as many times as you like. So if you want to check out your signal report, you'll be able to do that when you get your PC working. Oh yeah, that's it. You mentioned PC and stuff. I'm working from the garage and all that. So yeah, good stuff. Well, I've got a couple of outbuildings and stuff, and one's got bikes, one's got welding kit. I've got a plasma cutter actually. You mentioned buying a combination set. The Jasic sets are quite good now. They are Chinese, but they're pretty good for the money. Juliet Alpha Sierra India Charlie Jasic, and quite a good little kit. We've got a few of them at college. Got some EWMs. They're German. They're good. We've got an Ulsa Borer. We've got some Kempe top end, some Lincoln Electric. And funnily enough, I made a video actually, which is on my YouTube channel. I call it Tour of the Workshop. I only did it last about 2 weeks ago. So if you click on the video, I do a quick tour of every, well not every, but more or less quite a few pieces of equipment we've got in the workshop at college. Start off by doing a bit of TIG welding, funnily enough. And yeah, that's it. You mentioned the scratch start TIG welding machine, or lift TIG as you called it, which it is. Yeah, well, the sets I used have all got HF units in, so it's just a case of pressing the button, and obviously the electrons jump from the end of the tungsten across to the area that you're welding without blunting in the tungsten. So it's a bit easier. You don't have to keep sharpening the tungsten. However, scratch start can be quite useful. You welding aluminium. Sometimes when you use the HF, it can be quite fierce. So got a little kind of sunken puddle weld defect. I'm also a welding inspector, by the way, for CSWIP, which is part of the Welding Institute, and that's part of my job role. So we teach the students and the apprentices, and one day a week I teach or test industrial people who come in from industry and stuff, coded welds, and I can either carry out tests in the college or send them off to the lab, depending on what standard of qualification they're after. But anyway, I'm rattling on again. So back to you. Very nice conversation. Makes a change from talking about antennas. Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu. Not that there's all wrong with antennas, because I love them as well. This is M0YKS. Just turn it back on.
There, but nobody came up. Yeah, I've got the internet running again now. So
yeah, I mute it,
I'm just
sometimes
wondering.
That's what's giving them the RF, I think.
I'm not quite sure what to click on your ham page to bring up the live feed thing, but I've been looking through the other bits. I noticed you do
M0NMC.
Oh, is that? Oh, it is. Yeah, Scan TV from the International Space Station. I didn't realise they sent slow scan. I'll have to have a listen out for that.
What's going on anyway? I'm just in the chat here.
I do that on the. Well, I did that on my laptop, so I've got to download the program and put it on this PC because it's an empty hard disk at the moment. So I can do that, but in one of the drawers of my bits boxes, I've actually got a 10 gig fast scan TV transceiver I built many years ago. And I used to live near Milton Keynes, so I was part of the Bletchley Park Radio Club, and a good friend of mine who's now no longer with us, sadly, G4NJ.
What is SSTV on now? What do you mean? Are we just missing it in general?
Was the chief manufacturer and operator of the
it's on now, I don't know about it.
UHF repeater, and we had a 10 gig amateur TV repeater up on the top of Brick Hill, and it had a 1200 meg link with amateur TV to the Dunstable Downs Radio Club. They had one up there above the golf course or somewhere. So
no, there's no SSTV at the minute.
And talk to Luton from Milton Keynes via two ATV TV repeaters. So that was a lot of fun. But I haven't got all the. Well, I still got my camera. I've got a nice.
Not done no ATV. But, sounds interesting.
Yeah, all these are different subjects. Gosh, we got
you
so
new
many,
guys. That's amateur radio, television.
You
can do that as well on your license. Certain frequencies.
You can talk all night.
The chocolate cake links.
Yeah, coming back to engineering.
That's why I'm talking to this guy, because I managed to make a piece of chocolate cake each over.
You know, I bought my
as well as it being very interesting, obviously.
How long? 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and I guess I've used it at least once a week to make something. You know, there's a part on the toilet that's on the plunger mechanism that fails, so I'll come in here and get a piece of aluminium and turn one up and fit that. I've made parts for the car, all sorts of things.
Can't beat a lathe.
And I decided I'd make silencers for the air rifles. The first thing I discovered was that the end of the barrel is hard steel, and I've actually taken my old sharp, which was almost falling to pieces. The one good thing
I haven't been to Bletchley Park yet either.
Apart from the air chamber, where the pump chamber.
It's not for me to do. Maybe when you come to England, we'll go together.
So I took the barrel out of the sharp, and I took the the barrel out of the newer replica gun.
I'm just reading your comment, John.
The sharp barrel to it, which has got 8 lands.
And by the way, yeah, Ben's tube with a hydraulic pipe bender.
Chinese or whatever it is, copy ones.
Or,
it's got about, I think it's 14 or 16 lands in there for the rifling.
We're talking
but
about
the
it now.
sharp is far more accurate. And I use the lathe to
TWL's in the house.
Absolutely straight as a die to within about
there she is in the background, guys. She's in her pyjamas. Hang on, look, there she is. Bending over for you. X-rated.
And the aluminium
I'm using the dipole. 80 metre homemade fan dipole. 8040.
Because it was a Taiwanese copy, they looked at the picture of the thread and thought, oh, that's a 1.15
I'm currently not a member,
or whatever
John.
it was, 1.15.
I've been,
and,
many times. I'm not
so
currently.
They manufactured an M12 extension on the front of the gun to screw a silencer on, but they don't even make a silencer to go on it. But the first silencer I tried on it rattled around like a woodbine in a dustbin, because it should have been half inch UNF or 7/8. I can't remember what it is now off the top of my head. I'm 68, my brain's not as good as it used to be. But it certainly wasn't M12. So I manufactured and cut the thread for the normal silencer, and then I thought, well, hang on, everything I've got in my workshop is metric. I'm going to make the silencers in metric, then they'll fit the metric M12 thread, and then if somebody wants one of my silencers but they want to put it on an English gun with the English
sounds good, doesn't it, Kev?
thread, then all I've got to do is run another tap down it and just open it up slightly, because it'll be too tight to fit on his gun. So I actually manufactured them.
Yeah, well, when Pat comes over, we'll join and get our badges together.
To an outlet, sporting guns outlet, and the money from that actually paid for my second rifle. So I got. The first one I got was a 177. I actually wanted the 22.
Yeah, no problem, Nick.
And the second one I bought was the 22, so I've got one of each. And they're absolutely fantastic. But because the only moving part when you actually pull the trigger is the trigger and and you're releasing a little rod.
So you're wondering how am I going to come back on this one?
And that comes back.
Just you wait and see, guys. Just you wait and see what I pull out of my sleeve.
There's no recoil as such of any heavy part moving in the gun whatsoever. So when you pull the trigger, it just goes baff and the pellet's gone. And there's no jolt whatsoever.
On radio's like a game of chess. Each over, you make a move. The move the longest.
Yeah, and I made the silencers dual caliber.
This guy is definitely a king.
Filled with a high density felt. People put ethafoam in them, and ethafoam is a closed cell structure, so it bounces off the outer skin.
Hello, Mr. Daniel.
The ethafoam
Daniel
doesn't
Davison.
do anything for sound absorption. It just bounces off. But I use a high density felt, and there's 6 chambers in there, and the shockwave goes from one chamber through another membrane into the next one, and it's very good. 18 decibels of attenuation, that's not bad.
Yeah, you've been to Andy as well.
80 grams. So that was what I did on there, but I've done so many mods on it, Simon, to increase the power, to increase the accuracy, to reduce
I could have actually made a
when
coffee.
pumping the barrel, because that can alter the
I don't know a
alignment
bit of
and
cake.
all lots of things, and eventually it all came together, and I've got a Digi Night Eye Hawk scope on there, which is absolutely fantastic, and Yeah, you can shoot flies off of trees at 50 yards with that, no problems. Lot of fun. But yeah, I've got to buy this this gas torch, the plasma torch, so I can actually cut the steel for the tank. I've done the sponson between the tracks, and now I've got to put the side parts on. Above the horizontal bit above the track, and then the side that goes up, and put the front glacier plate on.
Hey, I'm on it, mate. On it, Andy.
Do all that. I've been collecting fuel tanks, because over here in France, if you have a new heating oil
Fantastic
system
signal,
fitted,
though.
it has to have
Brilliant.
a double-skinned plastic fuel tank.
Yeah,
so
this is a
they have
check,
to
mate.
change them. People are giving away these steel tanks. That's I'd sooner go and travel 50 k's and pick up a tank. The last one I picked up had 100 litres of fuel still in it.
I reckon I'm down to my last palm now.
And I cut it up and use that for my tank, rather than have to go down the scrapyard and buy heavy sheets of steel. I can cut them out as I need them, Simon. So yeah, and the bikes, well. The copper chopper that I made in the style of Jules Verne is so much fun. I've altered the frame so it's got a saddle on it, a horse saddle, like a Western style one. It's very comfortable, and I can actually put my feet down and bend my knees when I come to a stop.
Well, I think that
it's very fast.
my transistor might be stuck. You might not hear me now. Lack of use.
Everybody loves it.
Really?
If I stop anywhere for a coffee, or I used to do car boot sales. But
You can do that. I've been out for a ride on my GSXR and come back
As
PS.
soon as I've parked and I start to get my helmet off and my rucksack ready to go and look.
Didn't see me go, did you?
The bike
Camera
is
trick.
surrounded by about 20 people, and they're all taking pictures of it. And surprisingly, or perhaps not so, women love it. Whether it's
Oh, here
because
we
it's
go.
got all the copper and brass on it, and women like that, I don't know, but I get to meet a lot of nice ladies who like to chat about it, and that's a bit of fun as well. Makes my little Sunday trips out on the bike all that more pleasurable. M0YKS Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu.
Yeah, QSL calling all received. Fox 5, Victor, Hotel, Zulu, Mike 0, Yankee Kilo, Sierra, returning. And yeah, you brought back some nice memories there, actually. You mentioned making the parts, the silencers for the rifles and stuff, using the lathe you've got. I've played on a few mini lathes myself, and very nice piece of kit, especially if you've got one at home. Which I've not got one, but I've got a plasma cutter, by the way. I think I mentioned that. It's a Sabora plasma cutter. It's 240 volt and compressed air. Cuts up to about 30-40 mil thick steel on full pressure. But nice on the thin sheet. You can do some pretty decent stuff for your hand. I cut out a few weather vanes and things like that. And I actually made a stainless steel shelf for my kitchen, and where it went down the copper pipes, which I put in myself, by the way. I managed to cut out the stainless with the plasma cutter very easily. It slotted in perfectly. So yeah, I've got that. That's a nice piece of kit. And that just runs off of electric and compressed air, so very simple and very, very easy to use, as you probably know. But yeah, going back to the guns, so yeah, a mate of mine, I'm just looking on the shack. I don't think I've got any equipment in here, but I've got an old FT767 Yaesu GX, which is a shack in a box, one of the old ones, and the chap I bought it off back in 2000. He was a very old gent, and he had his own rifle range in his cellar, and he had a set of lathes. He was an engineer. He used to make his own rifles, and he had some extremely nice pieces of kit. So he had these, they were like made out of tube. They looked like a military type of sort of sniping type of thing, and the pressure that they run off a diving cylinder. The pressure was so extreme that they said that it was actually faster than a bullet. The speed of the pellet. He had a measuring device at the end of the range, and he also had a couple of walking sticks. He lived in Bradford city centre, and he said he didn't bother about anybody. And when he goes out, he takes these walking sticks. The 2 walking sticks were both converted into rifles. They never used them, obviously, but yeah, they're extremely nice made pieces of kit. A friend of mine, Mike 3 Alpha, here, Oscar, Adrian, he's got one of the rifles. I bought one off him. I bought the radio, but unfortunately I should imagine it was silent key now, because the gentleman was about 90 back then, 20 years ago or more, maybe 30 years ago now. Time goes by quick. But yeah, it brought back some great memories of the engineering skills, working on the air rifles and stuff, all good stuff. And obviously I've done quite a bit of lathe and milling and turning myself. When I first started out, I used to be an engineering apprentice. I did engineering electronics initially, and then I had a bit of a motorbike crash and broke my leg and pulled my off for a bit, so I kind of moved off and got into maintenance engineering. Then I did 10 or 15 years of maintenance engineering in a company which actually was a large install of a new plant, so it was pretty good for learning lots of skills, pipe fitting and stuff. And then obviously I moved there and I went to college then, and I've been there for 29 years welding, so yeah, good stuff. That's the situation. Yeah, we're coming through really well. I just got a report from M0 November Mike Charlie, who was on the stream health, the stream, not health. I'm reading the writing on the stream. He's on the stream, on the YouTube stream, and he says you're an S7, or I'm an S7 anyway. I think you might be an S9, I don't know. Certainly hearing us there. I'm in Cornwall, so the band's in excellent shape tonight, really nice. Great to be able to get such a great QSO without any QRM or QSP, which is very unusual. Last few Sundays that I've been on, it's either been a contest or flat as a pancake. So we certainly got lucky. But yeah, you mentioned loads of stuff. Like I say, I could talk all night. Certainly not been doing too bad either. But the bike, yeah, more received on what you said about the bike and the attraction of the bike and chatting and that. It's good fun. It's a great way to socialise, obviously, and obviously good fun riding it, and also some fun tinkering and doing the work on the bike. I love working on bikes. It's a great pastime. And yeah, Bletchley Park, that sounds like the place to be. So you're part of the crew, fantastic, and all received on the amateur television. So yeah, that were interesting information. I've not tried that yet. That's something I'd like to possibly maybe have a venture in. Obviously you've seen the SSTV reception from ISS, which I do quite a lot when that's scheduled, which I've not actually received anything. I generally get an email off one of the chaps from Aris EU, and tells me, or tells everybody, that there's an event in place, so generally then you're kind of geared up ready for some reception of SSTV. So I've not received one for a bit, so there's not been too much activity. At the moment the ISS has had a bit of an issue with its main radio setup. During a spacewalk someone damaged the antenna, and it's been off the air for the past few months. So they've just got the Russian module, which is the backup unit, which they do SSTV from that side anyway. So you're only going to get SSTV at the minute rather than the repeater, unfortunately. So yeah, Bletchley Park's a place I've not yet visited. Do plan to do it one day. Work quite a lot of guys on 80 meters operated from there, and quite a few RSGB people in the contest. And obviously I listen to the news every week. And yeah, good stuff. I'm not actually currently a member, but I have been on numerous occasions. I've got a couple of daughters, so yeah, they kind of squeeze the old spare pounds out of me at the moment, but I'm sure I'll be back a member again before you know it. So hopefully that's got me back on par with the over there, and I'll serve it back to you and see what you think about that one. I don't think I've told you all really other than about the plasma cutter. I've also got a MIG set, a Kempe mini MIG set. That's decent. That's got a digital screen on it, a direct current mini MIG. Works with a cylinder, pure argon or argon CO2 mix or whatever you want. And then I've got a Measure Grecian manual metal arc welding set, which is 160 amps, and it's an inverter set. And that also does TIG welding, same method you described earlier, the lick start or scratch start. So I can do a little bit of TIG welding at home if I wish. However, I don't really bother because I can do it at work, you know, with a professional setup. And then finally I've got I've got the plasma, I've got the mini MIG, I've got the MMA, that's it. But yeah, there you go, that's the situation. I've got a lot of other tools. I do a lot of vehicle repair and all the rest of it there. So good stuff. All the usual kind of bits of kit, a bit like yourself. Fox 5, Victor Hotel Zulu, M0YKS, back to you.
Yeah, okay, a little pause there, didn't hear anybody.
Yeah, probably are getting a bit of RF in.
I went to college.
Do 180.
When I was young.
How's that, guys? Good serve back.
Cars in Luton, who made Comma, Carrier, Dodge and Fargo, and then they were bought by Roots, which was an American company. But during the period that I was working with them in Luton, because I later transferred to Dunstable, I went to Luton Technical College, so they taught me how to wield a spanner and use a saw and a file and a few bits and pieces. I never did. I think we did some welding there, but you know, they taught us all the basics of engineering, of measurements, and you know, measure twice and cut once, all the rest of that stuff. But in all of my activities.
So when did you get ISS repeater up and running? I've been trying it all day. I haven't heard it. Oi, oi, easy. How you doing, bro? Down under?
For a while I worked at a hospital.
Greetings to Pacific.
So blood and guts. Did that for nearly a year.
What are you saying? You've heard it on, Andy?
I did some HGV driving.
Nice one. Oh yeah, APRS, yeah. That's been on all the time. Not on about that. On about voice repeater.
So we were assembling the motorbike.
APRS has never been off really.
I was basically
who wants to do that?
manager there because I was put in charge of all the
Expecting me to do
spare parts and ordering and keeping the stock.
FT8 next. Come on, guys.
If I wasn't busy with
M0YKS.
And I had a very good
Daniel.
mechanic there who
Sorry, mate, but
had some very interesting techniques of doing things. How to get bearings off of shafts with a cold chisel when they're stuck. All sorts of funny things, but I suppose that's when my love of bikes and engineering came from.
What, you worked the repeater, did you there, Andy? Or APRS? The voice repeater, what I'm talking about.
I did some more driving jobs as well. I worked for a little while for Quarter Electronics on their equipment. That was quite interesting as well. And then I went to France when I was about 22, I think. So I've done a lot of different things between leaving school and leaving the UK, and I came to France just with a HGV license in my hand, and I spent 13 years driving all over Europe and North Africa, and
this guy's been about
over to East Germany and Holland, Denmark, Sweden. Doing that for quite some time, transporting chemicals, and during that period of time,
oh, nice one on there. I'll have a go tomorrow.
Everything about CB radio.
Thanks, mate. That's good news. Fix my antenna. Perfect time to try it. Great stuff.
Machines to work on 50 board and 75 board.
Oh, pleased about that one, Andy. Thanks, mate.
I got married and got divorced and went back to the UK, and I worked for a while in Royston as workshop manager for my brother-in-law, who had a big company there. And then I started contracting. I set my own business up and I contracted to Paramount and worked for them for quite a few years. Then I worked for British Aerospace for a year doing electronic engineering, repairing equipment, because that was my speciality, was industrial electronic repair, all self-taught, and I did that with British Aerospace for a year. Then I went back to Paramount, and it's a long story, but I wanted to go to Antwerp and open a new branch of Paramount, and I'd even found the location and everything, but Paramount, when I left them, it was because I had an argument with the boss, and I basically walked out and said, I don't need to work for people that don't respect me, and
just sound like me.
Got offered
I think me and Colin are
going
to be best mates.
Finding engineer for British Aerospace, because they contracted me out through
honestly, Andy, we like them kind of repairs, don't we, mate? The best. I just have to fix the antenna as well. That will broken. But yeah, the plug. You got the same rotator then?
They offered me a contract, and I worked for them for a year, which was a fabulous time. But Paramount sort of felt that I stole British Aerospace from them, so they were going to take me to court, which they didn't in the end. But they took me back as senior engineer, but the day I went back, they promoted somebody to workshop manager, and he'd just been the senior engineer, so I became senior engineer, he became workshop manager. I had more experience in the field than he had, and we went in the tea room. He sat down with a cup of coffee, and he asked me, he said, I've just been promoted, he said, but I don't know what the job involves. Can you tell me how to do my job? And
nice one on there.
I did.
Hopefully we'll make a contact via ISS.
It's a position that I was not entitled to, but it was a position I could have fulfilled very easily. But they always wanted to hold that one back from me. But I worked for them for another...
Oh, the signal's getting stronger.
3 or 4 years, 5 years, I can't remember.
We have to go for a brew shortly though, fellas.
I stayed in the UK for
and ladies.
12 years, and then I was missing France so much, and I'd remarried and got 3 more
local
children.
time is
I uprooted and came back here, and I had the most fantastic farewell party with the staff from Paramount when I left, and we all had tears in our eyes, and even now they were such a lovely bunch of people to work with, and I'd really enjoyed it there. It'd really been good, and
yeah, I'm not so sure about that, Nick.
That was,
I need the different radio, I think.
I was senior
high frequency
engineer or senior technician.
M0YKS.
So when we had new engineers come in, I would sort
unless that's a downlink,
show them how to do stuff, and I quite enjoyed teaching. And when I came back here, I started off down in the south of France, but we had the 7/11 attack, and then we had the factory at Toulouse that blew up, and the job that I was going to get, which is electronics.
Yeah, I don't have that particular
disappeared, vaporized,
radio equipment.
World War III was about to break out.
I've
so we came back up to
seen a video or two. It was quite good fun.
Chateaubriand area, and I got a job as
I'm sure you've probably done a video, maybe it's yours, I've seen.
Engineer in Nantes, and I did that for 10 years until, or 8 or 10 years, something like
SSB
that.
done. long
until I got
DX.
stuck with fibromyalgia. So in the end, I had to stop work, and I've been retired now for 5 or 6 years. Can't remember. Too busy enjoying myself. But and that's when I bought the
Yeah, I think I've seen it,
and
Nick.
I honestly can't understand how I survived so long without a lathe, because it's such a fantastic tool. But the mini lathes, they're good for aluminium and they're good for bronze. They're not so good on steel. You need something a bit heavier.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah,
using hard steel.
clumsy. Slow down too much when you put too much weight on the tooling. It's fading away there, isn't it? Our amplifier's burnt out.
And that's been absolutely fine for all the stuff I've been
Radio's
making.
shutting down, it's overheating.
And I discovered these welding baguettes for welding aluminium.
On about 0.5 milliwatts.
And I've got not acetylene, it's oxypropane set here. And that's great. I've done all sorts of aluminium welding with these little baguettes. So I've learned how to do that. And on metals that are almost monkey metal, you know, this I can't remember what it's called now. Brine metal.
Monkey metal, we call it.
There's a kind of aluminium, Burma-brite, that's it.
Alright.
And that melts, you know, about the same temperature.
Yeah, I'll
as
receive
chocolate
Nick, I
does.
will,
So,
if I decide to go on there.
brazing with
Thanks, mate.
these aluminium baguettes is quite hard to do with cheap, nasty aluminium. But I've managed to do it, and I've repaired ornaments with the blowtorch. So I don't really need a teak to weld aluminium, which is what I wanted a teak for. But now I've mastered this other technology. I'm not gasping for a teak, but this plasma cutter is something I need urgently. So I shall be ordering it next week. But
Oh, he's fit and healthy, this guy. Got QSB now, so I'll have to say, au revoir, mon ami, bonsoir.
So you go there and do your own repairs, and you've got a mechanic there as well to help you if need. You've got the hoist, got all the tools, presses, everything's there. And so you can
No, not Insignio, is it? That's Spanish.
nice MIG welder, sorry, TIG welder. But and
Monsieur.
it's MIG as well. It does MMA.
Wow, isn't it?
But he bought that so he could weld the stainless steel exhaust systems, and he was struggling a bit. So I had a go, and because I've been reading up on it lately, I sort of knew technically what to do.
They all say that. I've seen the welds.
The self-dampening, self-darkening visor, to get it so you can actually see the puddle. Because if you can't see the puddle, you're going to make a hole.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's one thing they don't talk about on all these videos, is setting up your visor so it works properly. Simon, back to you. Mike 0.
You what?
Kilo sugar, Fox 5, Victor Hotel Zulu.
Fox 5, Victor Hotel Zulu, M0YKS. A little bit of QSB on that one. You did fade down a little bit, Colin, at one point. But I didn't lose you. You just dropped down a little probably 5 by 8. And then you came back up again. So I'll probably make this my final. And it's been really good speaking with you. And very interesting on everything you said. There's probably too much from it to remember, but I've certainly enjoyed every minute of it. And you sound like a very interesting guy who's had a very interesting life so far. And doing great. And very highly skilled as well in many areas. And well, yeah, all I'll say is if you are going to get the TIG set, you probably know already anyway, if you've been doing the aluminium, make sure you get the alternating current one. That's all you really need to know. The aluminium is better with AC. It cleans the aluminium automatically on the change of the flow of the electrons as it comes back up to the torch. Yeah, it sounds like you got it all in hand anyway, literally. And really enjoyed speaking with you. And unfortunately, it is it's just after midnight. So yeah, time goes by when you're having great fun, as it were. So yeah, brilliant. I mean, what did you ask me then? What that last bit? Just remind me what you asked me about that TIG question. What did you just say about the settings? All that way, the pool, they put the molten pool, I think. Yeah, well, you don't. The thing with aluminium, obviously, is it's the trickiest one out of the lot because the temperature change doesn't happen, does it? When you're welding the stainless, you're okay with the stainless, so you can manage quite nicely with the stainless steel, can't you? You can see that change colour, and mild steel, obviously, that goes orange or yellow. But your aluminium, that's really tricky to get to grips with because it's just a case I generally put the filler wire close by the weld pool and wait for the filler wire to almost react like a bit of solder. Once you've got a bit of filler wire melting, you know that the parent metal's going to be pretty similar temperature, and then it's just a case of banging it in quick and moving over really fast with plenty of dipping so it can half melt off quick from the aluminium filler wire. But yeah, good, it's excellent, and obviously done everything really from the engineering, the electronics, the work career, working for the engineering company, aerospace, and yeah, well, I've had a pretty quiet life, I suppose. I just did the maintenance engineering, worked in a couple of other places previous to that, but mainly always maintaining and engineering, and then the rest of it's been working at college where I've worked. I did actually have a stint in the plumbing department for a few years, and I worked in a motor vehicle. I did work in a place called the Star Centre, set that up, which was science, technology, aeronautical research to encourage youngsters to get into STEM, science, technology, engineering, and maths. So we set up a station, and we had a Mars landscape and a spacecraft and an observatory, and also a dome which could project the universe and stars and the galaxies and all the rest of it. Got the correct name for it. Pretty good anyway. And then yeah, I worked in that for a few years, but I kept on working at welding all the time. So I've always had the welding job as a main job, but because I've been there for so long, people get to know that you can do a few other stuff, such as amateur radio and that, and that's how I got dragged into the Star Centre. So we used to have good fun back in 2004 doing that. So yeah, I've had a few experiences, but obviously got quite a few left to have, hopefully. And sounds like you're having a great time in retirement, building stuff and playing with the lathe and making Land Rovers and bikes and all the rest of it there, antennas and all sorts. So on that one, it's been absolutely wonderful getting in contact with Colin. Brilliant signal, beautiful audio, 5x9, solid plus for 99.9 of the QSO, just one slight bit of QSB on that last over. So back to you for the final, and hopefully we'll bump into each other again. And I'm generally operating here on YouTube on the live stream each and every Sunday, more or less, when I'm about, usually every week, more than not. So hopefully we'll catch you again, and obviously I'm about as well throughout the week. So put it back to you, and very nice to have met you. And yeah, planetarium, I've just been reminded by one of my friends. That is the word I'm looking for. Planetarium. We used to have a planetarium with a big, really good dome, fantastic acoustics, and we had a pretty quality like 3D projector. Go in there and go for a visit to the sun and see the surface of the sun exploding, and then literally dive into it on this way the video ran. It was fantastic. Journey through the galaxy. Really used to enjoy all that. So I've got a couple of guys waiting for me, one in particular, to see if it can work maybe before I pull the plug. So I'll put it back to you for a final, and been really nice meeting you. There's M0 NMC on the side there in Cornwall, I believe. A Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu M0YKS near Bradford. Back to you, Colin.
Yeah, okay, just with a little pause there. Cracking signals, yeah, works very, very well. I've always found these microphones on the 706s work very, very well. There is a compressor on there which I use. I don't talk at the microphone, I talk across the front of it. That way you don't get any pops and nasty sounds. But I'm missing a front tooth at the moment, And
So is my
with
daughter, she
COVID,
lost
I haven't
2
dared go to the dentist and
in one day.
have
Like a
the
vampire.
tooth replaced because it's on a pivot. I've still got the tooth,
Tooth
and
fairy's got to go
I've been
upstairs,
super
yeah.
gluing it back in, but you can only do that so many times. And I don't want to be drilling holes in my root teeth, so I'll have to bite the bullet and go and get it done soon. But we've got a new lockdown now for a month, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. So unfortunately, my Fs and 5s are a bit lispy.
Always, Nick.
But apart from that, yeah, I've always had compliments with the audio with these rigs, and I've always wanted to have a nice little
good station, good signal,
with BF filters.
Perfect.
And be able to trim the audio and the rest of it. But no, I found if you set the compressors on these at about 1 o'clock through the side of the sets, and that's been the same setting on 3 or 4 of the 706s I've been lucky enough to own. The trimmer pot goes from, say, 7 o'clock to 5 o'clock as maximum, but if you set it up at 1 o'clock, that's just over halfway. That's the ideal setting for the compressor gain, and don't really need any special microphones. Although I've got a drawer full of nice microphones, as I saw you got a nice microphone there, Ivan. It would be nice to have a nice boom mic on a little hands-free operation.
Yeah, so you let Steve get yourself a hydraulic pipe bender, or use some handheld plumbing one goes to 28mm performance. That'll work.
Well,
Hydraulic one's better.
Catch up with you again. It's been very interesting.
Sorry, Steve. Night, mate. Happy
There's
Easter.
so many different aspects of engineering, of radio, RF engineering, mechanical filters, matching
Yeah,
units
see you,
and
Joe.
things
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
on VHF and
That's
UHF.
73.
I love
Happy
doing
Easter.
all that. I've got a little nano
See you, Steve,
VNA.
mate. Catch you later, bud.
Absolutely adore that little tool. That's a lot of fun as well. Gosh, yeah, and so much more. I'll have to list all the different topics I cover. I do kite flying.
I like kite flying.
Kites on very, very long wires. I love doing
Well, I
that.
spoke to this guy before thinking about it. A kite antenna,
Metal detecting.
maybe.
Used to do a lot of photography, but I don't. Well, I do a lot now, but not with fancy cameras. Just
That's
with
Nick
the
tuning
old
up
cell
there.
phone.
Maybe.
And do a lot of repairs on ride-on lawnmowers and building parts.
I saw someone convert a ride-on lawnmower into a tank. That was cool.
A week before a race, and entered it, and it only had a pull-start 4.5 horsepower engine up against all the other guys with 15 and 16 horsepower engines, and I beat the lot of them with a machine that I had to yank the pull-start on the back and then jump in it, put it in gear and drive off. Only had a 3-speed box on it, and I beat all the big boys. That was my really proud moment with lawnmower racing. So I've got another one.
Oh, it sounds fun.
Which was going to have a 15 horsepower.
Come back with no fingers.
Built with rear engine, unlike all theirs with the engine at the front. I built a racing.
They've always got a nice looking garden. Every race.
And I was halfway through building.
They have long hair either.
When I got told that they wouldn't let me race the one
Definitely time for me to go to bed, isn't it?
the following year.
Hi there, Sam W, mate.
I got this
Good morning.
months
Happy
before the
Easter.
race, because I'd upset too many people, beating them with an engine a quarter the size of the ones they had.
I've never actually tried a kite antenna, Andy, but I fancy
was so
it.
disgusted with that.
Like the
I
idea.
said, well, I'm not even going to enter my Mark II then, because that'll really pee them
Yeah,
off.
catch you later, John. Catch you on the satellites.
But,
Real soon, mate.
Well, if you engineer it like a Formula 1 race race car, it'll perform like one. A lot of fun.
Tomorrow maybe.
So I've only done tractor racing once, and the big race I got first place, and we did another race in the afternoon in the wet, and I got a third place. So I had 2 podiums, but I took the major prize. And
Yeah, definitely heard you in there, John. Working portable, I believe.
Okay, great talking to you,
Just
Simon.
a bit weak on my end, like with that Yagi. But I'll get you again now, and I'll clean this X beam.
Very interesting. We've touched all the different things that
Hi
we
there,
do.
Ronan.
Now we need to have long QSOs on each subject and get into them in depth.
Well, I'll tell you, you want to get a radio like what he's got, because he's got a good duty cycles.
When I worked in Nantes,
tried and tested.
I would have students, actually had a student from China, but we had them from
He's on 100 watts,
all over France,
full power,
and they'd do projects,
and he's been at it
and,
over an hour.
try and get them
Radio's
done
not
in
blipped.
3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, excellent
I
setup.
had one group of guys that are absolutely brilliant. In 2 weeks that they were with me, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they completed 3 projects and had started on a 4th. Absolutely amazing. Those guys are going to become really good engineers.
It's good he lives in France, so there's not too many people that speak English. And when you get someone on, you've got to make the most of it. Especially from Yorkshire.
A part of their
That's what I reckon anyway.
into electrical and mechanical engineering, and I hope they go
He's a good guy, I've enjoyed it. Very nice gentleman. Fantastic guy.
73's, but you've got a great
Look forward to it again.
And it must be very, very rewarding when you get good students. I know there's a lot of bad students over here, but
we just knock all the bad ones. Knock it out of them.
To have been part of that.
A bit of Bradford treatment.
I think if I could redo things,
Not bad
I'd
follow.
gone into teaching because I enjoy it so much, whether it be 5-year-olds or 50-year-olds.
They're only bad until they realise I'm there, and they figure out what bad is.
And yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
I'm sure
here,
joking.
so perhaps it's time I wrapped it up and get
That's
up
why I've been there that
and,
long. I'm like
do
a sheriff
something
of
else.
college.
Great talking to you. It's been a great pleasure. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar. Have a look on my page. It's list of frequencies. I'm usually on standby as well, so you can call me during the day because I monitor certain frequencies. Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu signing off. 73's to all the SWL stations. And to anybody else, Fox 5 the 8Z 73's.
Yeah, brilliant, Colin. Fantastic. Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu. Beautiful station. Fantastic setup, working beautifully for you. Unfaulted. Can't fault anything whatsoever with every transmission, and great information as well. Really enjoyed all the information that you've shared with us there. And like you say, we could probably talk all night, I would imagine, the various topics, which I'm sure we could spark off each other, as it were, with all the things we keep hearing there. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and so has all my friends on the side of the YouTube live stream, calling it a proper ragchew. So it's not often you get the opportunity to do this, and people should do it more, because that's what amateur radio is all about. It's not just about a signal report and radio equipment exchange. It's about a bit of interesting stuff, and obviously we've got 2 like-minded engineering types. Can go on all night. But yeah, I'll certainly keep going. But yeah, brilliant. Keep up the good work with all the projects. It keeps you going, and keep thinking of the new stuff, and sharing all the ideas. And yeah, I've had a look at your page. I'll have another look at obviously in great detail, and I'll certainly won't forget your call. I've heard you before anyway. I've obviously picked the call up before, definitely. And now I know that you're a top bloke, I'll certainly give you a shout when I hear it next time. So many thanks indeed, Colin, for a fantastic QSO, and really enjoyable and great information. Really made a pleasant change, and a great station all round, superb. So all the best indeed from Bradford, from Baildon, Bravo Alpha India Lima Delta Oscar November, which is just north of Shipley, near Bingley and Otley and Keighley and Ilkley Moor and all that lot. Baildon Moor. So 73, I know lockdown goes well for you. We've just come out on Monday after being locked down for 12 months here in Bradford. We're still kind of taking it easy anyway. We've got used to it now, and not the most sociable character anyway, so it hasn't made too much difference. Hi. Catch you later, mate. All the best indeed. Best 73. Stay healthy and enjoy the radio. Fox 5, Victor, Hotel Zulu, Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra. Let's put the back on. But I cut that RF out.
Yeah, well, I've got the live feed on there, so I'll run that back and have a listen to the beginning of that and how the signals work.
Sorry to hear that, Nick.
But yeah, we've been on COVID guard here, if we can call it that, for 379 days. I've kept a log every day
as well.
that we've done it, and today we had I had my granddaughter over, one of them.
Never mind, Nick, we'll get you another time,
with
mate.
Two little friends, and had a lovely Easter egg hunt in the garden. We've got a big garden here with a lake in the front and a big garden at the back. So they've had an absolutely wonderful day out there. It's been warm and sunny, but with a gusty wind that's bringing all that cold down that you've got. I've actually got, well, it's dropped now to 10 degrees in the shack, but that's because I've left the door wide open. So
quite warm in here. I've got 2 jumpers on.
But great
From up
talking
north.
to you. And
We wear 2 jumpers
up again,
and an hat.
Simon, but I'm on the air more and more on 80 in the evenings, and around this 3700 to 3715, roughly about there. So that's usually where you'll find me waffling on to somebody. Oh, we've got so much to talk about. It's good fun. Okay, it's been great. 73s, and we'll catch you again. It's been a pleasure, Simon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, likewise, Colin. Real pleasure for me, and certainly will bear it in mind on all. I know I'll hear you anyway. Fantastic signal, and it sounds like you've got a lovely part of the world to live in there, and all received on the Easter egg hunt. I've got a daughter who's 10 and one who's coming up to 7 in about a week. So we did a bit of, planted a few eggs, made some clues, and yeah, that's another thing I was going to mention. I noticed in poetry, my Yankee Lima, who's Mike 3 Tango Lima, she's written some interesting ham radio poems, which are on my ham radio blog. So I'll tell you about them another time. So on that one, catch you later. And have a good, lovely day tomorrow. Hopefully the sun will be shining and the wind might ease. I think it's going to be cold at this side, but anyway, we'll be enjoying it regardless. I've got a cabin on top of the moors which I used to live in before I settled down, and I kept it, and I've had it for 20 years or so. It's a 40-foot static, and I went up there today. So that was quite fun and blustery at 1,000 feet. Got the mountain bikes out, so it was quite good fun. Catch you another evening. Real pleasure having HQSO. Fox 5, Victor Hotel Zulu, Mike 0, Yankee, Kilo, Sierra, 73.
Yeah, 73, Simon. And yeah, you'll have to get some kites up there and maybe have a kite with a vertical antenna on it as well. 73's been a pleasure. And hello to the XYL, who's another poem writer.
Yep.
Poet. I'm looking for the word.
Pretty good at it.
She was a poet, but she didn't know it.
She did know it.
73, Simon. Catch you again. Bye-bye.
Yeah, catch you later. I've a few comments coming up as well to do with Wuthering Heights and Heathcliff and all the rest of it on the live feed, which you'll see it tomorrow. Once the video gets processed, you get to see the live chat. It plays up what everybody's written, so there's some nice stuff in there. Catch you later, and all the best indeed. Have a lovely sleep tonight. 73 for M0YKS.
I'll do that. I'll listen to it now, and I'll watch the comments tomorrow as well. Look forward to that. 73s.
No problem, it's been a pleasure. The station gives us a shout. This is M0YKS. I'll just see if it's Nick there. M0 November Mike Charlie. Any copy, Nick? Over. Mike 0 November Mike Charlie. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra. I'm on vertical. No noise on there.
Echo India 2, India, Juliet Bravo.
EI2, India, Juliet, Bravo. That's a call sign I've heard before. A very good morning to you, and thanks very much for the shout. I'm sure we've worked before, recognised the call and possibly the voice. EI2, IJB, M0YKS, 5x9 plus. My name's Simon, over.
Yeah, QSL Simon M0YKS from EI2 IJB. Yeah, I was just scanning through the bands there, and I
No
heard
worries,
your
Nick.
voice, so I said I'd just give you a quick signal report. You're 5 and 9 with me here also, so QSL.
Yeah, QSL, very nice. I didn't get the name, but you might have said it, but I missed it, sorry. But yeah, you're coming through beautiful. You're 5x9 plus 10, and I'm up in a place called Baildon. That's Bravo Alpha India Lima Delta Oscar November. Baildon's near Shipley, near Bradford. 2 miles north of Bradford on the edge of a place called Baildon Moor, which joins to Oakley Moor, which is quite well known. And I'm running a homemade 4080 dipole. And at the minute about 200 to 250 watts. Got an amplifier on, but just on tick over tonight. Seems to be quite good conditions. Got an FT1000 Mark V field, MP, and the microphone is a Heil GM5 studio mic. That's the setup this side. Just give me the name there. Back to you. The I2, IJB, 5x9 plus 10 M0YKS. Oh there, Toronto. How you doing, Pat? QSB. Yeah, Roger. Yeah, a bit of noise creeping up, but perfectly copyable. Just got a bit of a high streak of noise. You sometimes get it when it comes across the band. Creeps up and goes all the way throughout the band. That kind of, I'm sure you know what I mean. That's just appeared. About a signal 8 of it, so it's quite annoying. You're way over that, so no problem whatsoever. Previously it was very quiet, was the band. Yeah, you're doing very well indeed, and we're about to pull the plug. Been on for an hour and a half or so, and live streaming on YouTube as well, so yeah, check out your signal. If you go to qrz.com, there is a link on my profile which takes you to the YouTube channel. If you're interested, that is, and there's a video going out where you can through on it live and direct, and quite a few friends are on there listening to you. But yeah, very nice to hear you, Ron, and making a fine trip this side from M0YKS. Noisy. Yeah, QSL, we've got a bit of QSB and a bit of noise also, so probably perfect timing. Nice to have met you, Ron, and very nice to have you in the log. A very good copy with, despite some conditions slightly changing. Echo India 2, India Juliet Bravo. Have a lovely week ahead. Happy Easter from M0YKS 73. So I think that's probably going to be it. Make sure no one else wants to get in. Okay, I'll just take one more call if anyone's trying, and then I'm going to be pulling the plug. 90 Yankee Kilo Sierra, standing by. Noisy now. Yep, I've got a high noise, and I think it's possibly a good time for QSY and get up the stairs and get some shut-eye. So this is M0YKS, wishing everybody a 7-3, happy Easter, and hopefully we'll contact you another night. Thanks for all the calls, and take care to any shortwave listeners from M0YKS just listening. Yeah, happy Easter, Robbie. Are you in there? No problem. Echo India 2, India Papa. Keep up the great videos, Robbie. We've been enjoying watching them. Send me free, mate, and have a happy Easter. All the best, Paul.
Thanks a million, Simon. Just got the latter part of your video. So well done on the satellite stuff as well. So hope to walk you soon, Simon.
Yeah, QSL Robbie, you're coming through nice. Just got a bit of a noise level crept in right just at the past 10 minutes or so, which is just making it probably a good time to go. Yeah, I should be able to work on the birds, no problem. Now I've the Mr. Sheen out on the antenna. It's doing a lot better for me. Thanks very much, mate. Happy Easter. We'll speak to you again real soon. VI2 India Papa M0YKS. Bye bye. Hello to Japan. Konnichiwa. How you doing there, buddy? I know you're from United Kingdom. I wonder how satellite's been going for you. M0YKS now QRT 73. The frequency is clear. So that's fair enough. Well, that was quite enjoyable actually. Even though I didn't have many QSOs, there were some serious information getting passed about there. So thanks for keeping up, for following and watching. And many thanks to Fox 5 Victor Hotel Zulu for a fantastic QSO. A quick one with the I2 IJB, and then my friend Robbie, the I2 India Papa. Always nice to catch Robbie on. Fellow YouTuber as well. So if you've not checked out Robbie's channel yet, give it a go. It's Echo India 2 India Papa. It's into a bit of everything, so you'll find it very interesting. Satellites, HF, all sorts. It's got a bit of the latest kit as well, so worth looking at. So yeah, how are you doing in Japan there? I've forgotten your first name, do apologise. I know it's not horrible in Japan, but I can't quite remember. There's a lot of things to remember. So you've not, I've heard that ISS has come back on. Someone said they've worked ISS today, so I've not done it as yet. So I'm hoping that it's all good, and I'll be having a go tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And a good afternoon to KI5 Kilo Golf Tango Santos. Nice to see you in, bro. I hope you're doing well over there. That's it, Gary. Yeah, I remember now. I remember as soon as I see it, names that is. I'm quite good at remembering names. Obviously, working at college, you get to remember a lot of names of students, so don't do too bad. But sometimes the brain cells at this time of night need a little bit of a coffee stimulant. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just say thank you very much indeed once again for spending your evening listening to me gibbering a load of rubbish on that amateur radio bands. Hopefully you found some of it interesting and useful. Certainly listening to the other guys has been. So we'll say best wishes, 73. Maybe there's a bit more chocolate cake waiting for me. There's certainly a coffee. I can smell it. This is M0YKS in Baildon near Bradford, Northern England. Saying night, God bless, happy Easter. Thanks for watching. Catch you later, dudes and dudettes. See you soon. Stay healthy. Look after yourselves. Bye for now. Where is it? Let's have a look. And for anyone who didn't make it live, all our friends, thanks for all the follows, the comments, the likes. And I haven't seen the guy who dislikes me. Where have you been? Missed you. Just probably see you at the end of the video. Catch you later. As you know, it don't make the slightest difference, so I like all that kind of stuff. Have a bit of aggro from Yorkshire, you see. You haven't seen any aggro? Start some aggro. Catch you later. 73, be safe, be good. Bye bye. Yeah, get yourself a dipole. Work a treat. Cost me about the most expensive part with a ballon. I bought it. I think it was 38 quid. The wire were about 8 quid. Bit of time, they work really well. 73 everybody, thanks for trying to give me a call, and I'll certainly pick you up another time. I'm back soon. We're out of here, like last year.